I pick Barcelona.
Ooh.
FC Barcelona. Nice, bro.
FC Barcelona.
Okay, why do you like the Barcelona logo?
I don't really like it, but I know that in
Pig 1 to 3, it's good to be in Singapore. I am your host, Eldet. Welcome to another episode of the SG Draft presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, so for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you for giving us a try, giving us a listen. We are just a bunch of Singaporeans who are crazy about sports logos. Logos. Now, once again, I am joined by my fellow bros, two Singaporeans who are equally as dazed as Mike Tyson was after losing to Jake Paul yesterday in the fight. Bros, how you doing?
okay, it's been busy week, but I have a day off tomorrow, so yeah, I'm looking forward.
Wow, shucks, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm on reservist ever since I came back from Germany, so yeah,
Technically, it's a week off lah. So it's for you, no difference.
It's a good time for me to get my body back from the European timing.
The thing, like you just came back from Germany last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first 2 days was tough.
Wait, as in back in Singapore or going to Germany?
As in the adjusting back to Singapore time.
Okay. I think like what I mentioned earlier, right? Since most people are just dazed by the result of the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, and speaking of Jake Paul, yesterday officially was the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul on Netflix. I think it's the first like live event that Netflix has streamed for pay-per-view lah. Do you guys watch the fight?
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
They did a very good job to fool everybody lah. Yeah.
This hype was hyped up like damn a lot. Like really a lot, because it was like everybody knows that Mike Tyson was the KO king. He could knock people out in 2 rounds. Then Jake Paul was the guy that, okay, I'm going to beat up an old man. In the space of like 1 day, there's so many conspiracy theories going around here.
Yeah, actually I don't really know why there's so many conspiracy theories. It's so clear that Mike Tyson was paid to lose. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
He was paid to lose.
The get-go, this was quite a dumb matchup. Like you have a not even half semi-pro. Then you have like a Mike Tyson in his 50s, then you say it's a fight. I don't quite get it lah.
It was made to go the distance so that the engagement for the like more people will tune in to watch, you know.
Yeah.
Like imagine you ended in round 1, then like there are people who haven't even tuned in yet, and then it's over already.
Okay, but the question is that like wouldn't people have the draw factor if Jake Paul got knocked out in round 2?
No. As I think as long as it goes 8 rounds, right? So like let's say 50 million people watch this event, but I think that's more for sure. But 50 million watch this event for 8 rounds, for 2 rounds, 2 minutes each. Shows that's about 20 minutes already. Then you count all the breaks inside, and the lead and the build up to it.
But you know what I thought was like the thing that maybe gave it away that this is going to go to distance, right? Because do you see the rules at the thing? 2-minute round, right? Okay, standard boxing round is usually 3 minutes, right? The one that kind of caught me off guard was that basically for the fight to be legitimized on record, right, it has to go 4 rounds.
Yeah, it went 8 rounds. What?
It went 8 rounds, but the thing is that Mike Tyson usually he's known to knock out a guy in the first and second round.
Yeah. I mean, they keep saying he's 58, right? But you see his movement actually quite... Like he's like, maybe you can say like 40s like kind, you know.
But you know that he had like a blood transfusion, right? Recently, just before the fight.
That's why he missed the first... They had to
I think it has something to do with him missing the first fight. That's why he was so slow.
Nah. So you see his training videos, right? He whack harder in training than
no, that's the thing. Like the conspiracy theories that people are saying that the training videos would happen before the blood transfusion.
Okay lah, but either way, they did a very good job.
Yeah, they did lah. So
yeah, completely wasted my time.
This is why I say Jake Paul such a good businessman, because he was able to get the hype going, right? And people were actually talking about it. Like everybody wanted Mike Tyson to just beat up Jake Paul. And like
during the match, right, the referee like told Jake Paul not to measure him. So like usually what they do is that if I want to measure my opponent, I will stick my left hand out, right?
Yeah.
So like if he's within reach, then I can load up a heavy punch.
Yeah.
So he was gonna do that. Then the referee shout, don't measure. Definitely in the contract that Mike Tyson will lose, but on the condition that maybe on condition that maybe Jake Paul don't knock him out, or like both parties don't knock each other out, you know.
Yeah, but he'll get a payday lah.
Bro, 20 million. Then 20 million for 20-minute work, I think not a bad deal.
I just didn't bother even like trying to say like can go where watch this kind of thing. Once I heard like matchup, I'm like don't need to see already. I rather watch a like semi-pro like UFC fight than to watch this kind of bullshit.
Okay, I mean like they got the hype train only. Like there's a documentary on it for Netflix like leading up to the actual fight this weekend. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, Jake Paul won. So I think let's move into the draft, right? So if you looked at our thumbnail today, we actually are drafting about the best sports logos specifically related to sports teams, since all of us are sports fans, right? So I want to ask you guys this question, right? Like, how important is the logo of a sports team?
A team, not like a. Because I know previously we did like a organizational.
Okay, we have to separate it from like brands.
Yeah.
Like this is team, like sports team.
So can we? So before we jump into this, it's a separate draft, and then whatever that was used last time cannot be used now. Is it?
No.
That's like organizational.
That's organizational. So
it's quite safe to say that like those like Nike's not a sports team, right?
No, Nike's not a sports team. Nike's a sports
we cannot use Nike. Yeah, that kind
it's basically sports brand. Those are like related to brand.
Yeah. So to answer your question, right, for sports teams specifically, right, I think the logo is very important because when you first support a team, right, you are learning about the culture. You're learning about things that you can associate yourself with. So if you like the logo, right, I think it makes it easier for you to learn more about the team, lah.
Yeah.
If like the logo is like some trash logo, right, then like I may not be interested to find out more about this team.
For me, honestly, the logo doesn't really matter much because I think we support teams because of a certain player or a certain like playing style. Then we like sort of fall in love with the team. Yeah. So, but I understand that some like logos matter to some people. Like for example, let's say I grew up in New York. Then there's this certain New York team.
I
knew something like that was gonna come.
Don't tip. You won't think already,
New York got a lot of teams, right? So if a certain team changes,
just basically state the state. Yeah.
Stated
I knew something like that was gonna happen, and it's like JY's not his like first time in this.
But anyway, once I know that some organizations once they change their logos, their fans like go riot lah. Then they have to another money to change it back. So I understand that, but I really think that from my perspective, especially for males or my male friends, I think it's really about the players and the playing style.
So before we move into this week's draft, let's talk about last week's draft. The topic, of course, was drafting the best album covers. Media did win officially. And the official results was, of course, Media first, myself second, Brandon third, and of course JY was fourth. Bro, do you have any regrets or not?
I regret not going first. Once Media picked the Abbey Road, I'm like, what the shit?
I have the same regret, dude.
Yeah.
Both of us had the opportunity to go first, but we didn't. We didn't.
Because I keep thinking, okay, Abbey Road, I picked third, should be able to pick. Then this one very iconic. I pick, so I'm like, oh shit.
Paul, who do you vote for?
Lady in the Nurse is which album?
Oh, that's Blink-182, bro. Yeah, they're Media's one.
Yeah.
So it was that, and then Viva La Vida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coldplay.
And Coldplay. Yeah. So I think those are nice. Actually, nobody picked like what Bon Jovi or this, right?
No lah. God, JY pick Bon Jovi.
The Have a Nice Day album.
No, Slippery When Wet.
Yeah.
Slippery When Wet. Yes, correct.
That was last week's draft. Now, of course, we are going to go into this week's draft, which of course is drafting the sports logos. Since none of us have an advantage, because we haven't won a draft in a very long time, and Paul's just officially rejoined back, right? We are going to spin the wheel to decide positions. So as you can see, I have the wheel here, very clearly, right? So what happened is that I am black, JY is red, and Paul is green. So I'm going to spin the wheel now. So it is me. I'm going to go first.
Oh,
all right.
All right.
I think
okay. So that one is done. Now let's go to the other one. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel one more time. All right, JY, you get your next pick. Who is it?
Second.
All right, so JY is second and Paul, you will go third. So officially, the drafting order for today's draft is going to be, of course, I'm first, JY is second, and then Paul is third. So now let's get into this week's draft. All right, with the first pick of this week's Sports Logos draft, it will be me. And I'm going to pick the one that I was always going to pick, number one, regardless of whether or not it happened, right? It's because I am loyal to this club. It is red in color. It has the devil on it. I'm going to take the Manchester United logo.
You just lost
I have to say it's a good pick.
It is this, yeah.
I don't care I don't care about whether you all don't like Man United or not. Man United is probably the most hated club in the entire world. Love
hated, but never ignored.
Hated, adored, but never ignored.
Yeah, it's true, right? Like,
yeah.
You either hate Man United or you like Man United. There's no like in between.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And then even there is no in between. That there is like when you talk about football, right? There's always like this team will always be talked about the most. You know, like it's like as much as fans don't like it lah, but then they all say, "Hey, why you all time talk about Man U?" Or like, "Why the media every time portraying Man U?" Right? But it's really the fact that this Man United club, right? It's really the one that will bring traction to everyone.
It is what sells. Like in any business sense, it basically is what sells lah. What sells, because Man United, I think that is more of a brand lah. But for everybody that don't know, right, actually the current logo, right, is actually a redeveloped version of their older logo. Because now if you know, the logo only just says Manchester United, Manchester at the top, then United at the bottom, right? It used to be, prior to 1998, it was Manchester United at the top, then it was Football Club at the bottom. Changing the logo wasn't a bad thing. It actually made it more easy to see and easier to read also. Like even now, even with the branding, right, they remove the rest. You put that the devil there, right? Everybody knows it's Man United.
And when people say the word crest, right, it really looks like a crest, right?
Yeah.
It's like what you would imagine a crest that looks like, you know.
Correct. All right, so that is it for my first pick. So up next, of course, you got Mr. Tin Yong. So Tin Yong, what is your first pick?
I think it's very straightforward for me. Same thing as Eldad. I also support another team in red. But our history dates a bit more back lah. Our glory days were a bit earlier lah. I'm picking Liverpool.
Alright. Liverpool.
So, I'm glad you all took this too. So like I leave you all two to like fight out with the fight like for the votes lah. Still want Man U fans will vote for Eldad.
No, but Jiwai, like. But I got a question, right? Like why Liverpool though? Like what was it, because of the logo that drew you to Liverpool as a Liverpool supporter?
No. I tell you, I supported Liverpool because of the 2005 Champions League final. Yeah. From there to like the old newspaper, they have like 10 page of football coverage. Then it's progress from there. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I know that they recently also changed their logo also, right?
Yeah, slightly.
I remember it used to be like the whole badge, but now it's just the bird on the shirt only, right?
But what I don't like is that sometimes they will change the tone of red. Like there was one season, the cherry red. And like I don't know why you all try this cherry red. It's like them. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about jersey, not the logo. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, as long as it's red color, right? Distinctively, the two teams that you associate with in England with red color is Man United and Liverpool. JY, of course, your first official pick was, of course, the Liverpool team. So now, Paul, you got back-to-back picks. What is your draft? What is your first pick?
Okay, so this pick is actually still my top two picks that I didn't like. I was gonna pick Man United, but either one, like it was either the top two or like top three lah, Yeah. But okay lah. So that since it's gone now, and since you all two both take football, right, I should take another sport first. Okay, I'm gonna take this logo that I first saw, like someone wearing the jersey. Okay, and it's like a very iconic logo. Then I start playing the game. Then I say I recognize this logo. Then the more you look at it, right, it's like the more you realize that this is from a certain state. Okay, I'm gonna take the Chicago Bulls logo.
Yeah,
the Chicago
Bulls. Mr. Jordan.
Dude, this
like,
logo
even until
is
now,
iconic.
right? Like people wear the basketball jersey with the bull, right? Like it's like so iconic. Then when I go to Eldad's house, I don't play the game, right? Then the court will have like the bull logo,
The bull.
Yeah.
Like media used to have the basketball jersey, right?
Yeah. No, I don't really know where the basketball jersey, but I know he had something associated with the bull. I think he had a cap also. So like, it's like you will always go with like, hey, I got that particular Bulls cap. So that's a very good pick. So for your back-to-back, what are you going to take?
Okay, for my back-to-back, right? Okay, to me, I see the logos based on like how nice is it, okay?
Yeah.
Like not really too much about the history also. But this team is very rich in history. I'm going to take a F1 sport, okay? So I will not take the F1 logo since JY. I will take an F1 team, which is this logo appeared in the previous draft as well. I will take the Ferrari logo. The Ferrari.
Oh, nice
Scuderia Ferrari.
Yeah, that is true. That is a very good pick. Like, if this was available, I would have probably taken it. JY would have taken it also.
Iconic.
I would have picked another team lah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but in terms of like iconic F1 cars, right? Like everyone remembers the Michael Schumacher red color Ferrari car,
Yeah.
And then a cool thing about the Ferrari logo is like when you see the steering wheel, right? the prancing horse is in the middle.
Yeah.
Like the other teams, right? Some logos have, but some don't have logos, lah. Yeah, but then, yeah, like iconic red logo, prancing horse, you immediately know is what car already. Like anything else will be like, oh, is this a Ferrari? No, it's not a Ferrari, right? You know?
Yeah.
No, in fact, I think like the day before the race or 2 days before the race, they always have this like open house where, you know, the normal people can go in, then they can take pictures.
Like
I think the Ferrari booth is always like very crowded one. A lot of people.
Yeah, even though like in recent times where they haven't been champions for I think like what?
Yeah.
10, 12, 13 years, bro, or 15.
16.
Or more than 16, right? Yeah.
16. No, because I'm a Ferrari
the fact
fan.
that they are still in this sport, like competing, you know, is so iconic, lah. Yeah, and then apparently I heard this last time when you know the F1 game, right?
Yeah.
Like when they show like advertisements about it, the Ferrari car must be first.
Huh?
Yeah, that one I'm not surprising.
Yeah, do you know that? Like when they show like promotional videos of like the game, right? In the first car, right, must be Ferrari. If not, they won't want to be part of it.
No, but even now, right, like a Ferrari has to be on the car.
On the car, yeah, on the cover.
It has to be there. It has to be on the cover. Like you might see one or the two other things, right? But a Ferrari has to be on the cover. With that, Paul picks Scuderia Ferrari as his second pick. Jill, what is your second pick for this draft?
Okay, because Paul picked Chicago Bulls, I'm going to pick the purple and gold. I'm going to pick the Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers.
The Lakers. Jill, why specifically the Lakers?
Yeah, why the Lakers?
Okay, I think if you talk about like history and you talk about like fan base and you talk about like the number of championships like they won, I think there are only a few that you can few NBA teams that can really say like, oh, it's up there lah. That is very iconic. Yeah. So the purple and gold is one of them that like it's so iconic that like people will like even in Singapore people will like go and buy their jerseys to wear one.
JY, since you're a basketball fan also, right? Like I also recall like at a period of time, right, a lot of teams usually will always have white as their home jersey. Then they will use their secondary color, like for example, Chicago was red as their away one, ma. But the Lakers were the only ones that didn't have white. It was always that goldish yellow, then the purple was the away. So it made them stand out very, 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 very prominently.
One away jersey is black color with gold. That one also very nice.
Good second pick now. Coming back to me with my back-to-back.
Your back-to-back.
My back-to-back. All right. So I'm gonna pick this particular team because honestly, right, like even if you don't know what sport this team plays, you obviously know the logo because it's so prominent in hip hop culture. I'm gonna pick the New York Yankees.
The New York Yankees.
Oh,
yeah. It's like one of the few brands, right, that you don't know. Yeah, you said like you don't know the sport, but you buy the apparel because it looks damn nice.
Yes,
nice.
correct.
I have like 4 New York Yankees hat, like the baseball cap, you know.
Yeah, but you don't watch baseball.
Yeah, it's like you don't follow really but it's so iconic, lah. Yeah,
it's so iconic because right, it's so ingrained in like hip hop culture and pop culture, right?
Yeah.
The moment you see the N and the Y overlapping one another in that particular font, right, you automatically know it associated with New York. And there's so many different varieties of that logo. Like even for me, right, I have New York Yankees cap. I think I have 2 of them in different colors, lah. So it's iconic, and I think the one that is probably like the traditional one that people know or they see with the New York Yankees is that kind of like bluish black type of cap with the NY logo in the front.
Yeah. Was that why you started supporting them? Because you like the color?
No. It was because I supported the Yankees was because when I was younger, I think I can't remember, right? There was this movie I watched called The Scout. Then it was like Brendan Fraser inside. Then it was the New York Yankees. Then I was like, wow, this guy's quite cool. Then I started watching the New York Yankees. Then I followed like Paul O'Neill, Derek Jeter. Then I was just a Yankees fan after that. That is my second pick now for my back-to-back. Since I went East Coast, I'm going West Coast. I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Dodgers.
The LA Dodgers.
And the cap whereby if
we
you
have a confused team right here.
If you don't know the team, you know the logo.
Yeah, the LA Dodgers. I have one LA Dodgers.
The LA Dodgers cap. Everybody knows the LA cap.
I have the cap.
I know. Because I wanted.
But we have a confused fan right here.
I'm not. This one is just purely for votes, bro. I'm a Yankees fan.
It's like you pick the Man U, then you pick Liverpool.
It's the reason why I picked these two, right? Because like with the Dodgers, right, it's an association with the West Coast. So when you pick LA, you automatically you wear the LA cap, right? And you don't think Dodgers, you think the LA cap. Or in like,
it's like you see the LA, you know it's the LA Dodgers, right?
Yes, correct. Or you know that it's association with Los Angeles, but you don't know that it's the Dodgers.
I wanted to say that jersey is also very nice.
The jersey is nice. The jersey is
nice. The white with the red stripes, right?
Yeah.
No, blue.
Blue stripes, yeah.
Okay, so with that, the next person up is of course Jin Yong, what's your third pick, bro?
Back to JY.
Should I
This is gonna be a
go
controversial pick.
big brands? No, I say should I go big logos or should I go like according to sport? Okay,
I think whichever logo looks nice.
I pick Barcelona.
Ooh!
FC Barcelona. Nice, bro.
FC Barcelona.
FCB, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Who is actually because this logo also very iconic. I think they stretch all the way back, I don't know what, 80s, 70s or 60s.
Yeah. It's like a legit crest, like with a shield logo. Like it's
a shield. So a lot of like logos, right? They either use shield or they use like the Man United logo. They curve in one, right? With a like it looks like a badge, rather than a logo. Yeah.
Why do you like the Barcelona logo?
I don't really like it, but I know that in
but it's iconic, also. You should.
Yeah, I know that in like Spain, there are only that few clubs and that few logos that are very iconic, Like history in terms of like you say, if I wear this out, people will know who I'm wearing or which club I'm wearing. Yeah,
but okay, do you know the FC Barcelona logo, right? It looks like a logo that from another club that what's that? The Libertadores, right? They have a club that has the almost exact same logo as Barcelona without the FCB. Because when I play the game, right, then I was, hey, this guy from Barcelona, man. No, it's not. Actually, it's from some Argentina league.
Alright, so moving on to Mr. Paul, you have your back-to-back. What is your picks for your third and fourth pick?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna pick Barcelona, but then something in my heart said shouldn't right? Just don't right? No, just don't. I'm gonna pick the rival. I'm gonna pick Real Madrid.
Yeah, HALA MADRID.
Yeah, HALA MADRID. So this club, right, has like the iconic white crown in the crest, in the logo. Yeah. So that same crown, right, is that same crown that I always associate it with the keep calm and carry on logo with that crown. Yeah, you all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But actually, it's also quite sick this Real Madrid logo. Apparently, I don't think they have altered it that much over the maybe the last 50 years.
The Real is the Spanish word for royal. So basically, it was the club name is bestowed upon the word royal is bestowed upon them by the king.
Oh, okay.
It's quite badass for your club crest to have like a crown on it.
Yeah. So I think
it's really telling people that you are royalty.
Like only the clubs that have the crown on it are called Real. So like the other ones usually they will have some sort of like crown on the top. So Real Madrid's one has a crown, but Barcelona doesn't, because Barcelona technically they are stay on their own, Catalonia.
This time round when I went Frankfurt for the book fair, right, Spain had their own stand. The Catalan had their Catalan own stand.
Yeah, because
Spain was all like Real Madrid.
Yeah. No, I think Catalan is a state on its own. Catalonia is a state on its own.
Catalonia.
So Paul, with that, what is your fourth pick of your second pick?
Right, is purely like personal because I love this logo so much. It's the Germany international team logo, the Deutsche Fußballbund.
Oh.
Yeah,
actually, they have. Yeah, it's damn nice. Yeah, it's
a damn nice
logo. Eagle clutching the, like it's standing over something.
Then let me three colors: the black, the orange,
the four stars on top. Yeah. So it's like the eagle. The eagle is used in their history so much, right? Like even when it was frowned upon last time, it was still an eagle, But then over time, it evolved, right? Now the current government also use the eagle. So I went to Berlin, right? The current parliament building. The top of it is still this same eagle, Yeah, so I think this Germany logo. I think I think you like that logo a lot. Right?
It's my favorite logo among all national teams.
All the national teams, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Deutsche Fußballbund.
We all watch Germany like during the World Cup or like
we supported Germany for like a period.
2014, bro. Yeah.
For a period of time. I think like all the way from 2008, I think. The 2012 Euros onwards.
No, the 2006 World Cup. I supporting Germany all the way, sir.
Yeah, my one was a bit later. I think mine was 2012 onwards.
Yeah, okay. 2006 was the...
I will not talk about 2010.
Yeah, 2006 was what? The Thorsten Frings.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Thorsten Frings, the rocket launch, the one where he shot the ball straight, then he swerved all the way to the top corner. The ball was like in the middle of the field.
What, Schweinsteiger was like the prodigy, right? Upcoming,
the upcoming one.
Philip
White Mohawk, right?
I love Philip Lam.
Yes, Philip Lam.
Alright, so next up, DY, what is your fourth pick?
I'm picking this pick to tip my hat to one of the greatest, not just athlete, but one of the greatest teams in American football. I'm picking the Patriots.
The New England Patriots.
Because of
I am a bit
Brady.
It's a very it's a guy's head with a very long like tail.
Like a flag.
Yeah.
It's like in like the US colors flag.
Ah.
It's like if you want to see the team that is literally the most hated, right? In the NFL for the past like, I don't know how long.
Yes.
Until Tom Brady
This team,
until he left, right? It's this team.
How many dreams have he crushed?
he's Mr. Comeback lah.
Yeah.
Like he crushed. It's like they did the equivalent of like, okay, Paul, that's basically how bad it's right. Of like you're leading 4-0 in the Champions League final, right? And then they win 5-4.
Is it because of the other team choke or what? Or like
No,
they just come back?
they just come back.
Yeah.
They just come back. It's like
Play after play.
play after play. It's like to a point now where the opposing team were like, oh, he got this, he has the ball now, right? You scared. So that is okay. So Paul, JY with the New England Patriots now for me for my back-to-back to round off this portion of my picks. Since JY picked the New England Patriots, right? I have to pick my football team.
Your football team.
My NFL team. The Dallas
America's
Cowboys.
team.
The iconic blue star.
The
America's
Dallas Cowboys.
team.
Yeah, it's just a blue star. Yeah.
The blue star. I have a love-hate relationship with this team. I've been a Cowboys fan for as long as I can remember.
Not just
But wow, this team annoys me like crap. But their logo is so iconic, right? And to a point where like they are probably the most profitable like sports team
Yes.
in the world, or the most high value, right? If I'm not mistaken, right, like the worth of the Dallas Cowboys, 11 billion is the worth of the Dallas Cowboys.
Almost every NFL commentary, preseason, whatever, always got some topic surrounding the Cowboys.
It's like no matter what you do, right, it will happen when you will see it very, very obvious one.
Do you have any merchandise from them?
I got one Dallas Cowboy jersey. I got at least 2 Dallas Cowboy caps. And Midek gave me like Dallas Cowboys steering wheel cover last time. So yes, I'm a very big Cowboys fan. Enough about the Dallas Cowboys. So let me round off with my final pick. I am going back to the F1 route since since JY has already picked the Scuderia Ferrari, right? I am going to pick the team that for a very long time I did not like, but they are silver color. I'm going to pick the AMG Petronas Mercedes F1 team.
Petronas Mercedes.
AMG Petronas F1 team. Yes, I'm going to pick Mercedes from
That used to
F1.
be-
So also another sick logo.
There used to be Lewis Hamilton's team.
He's
It is
there
still his team. He's still there.
Oh,
for like 3 more races.
He's not still there for like 2 months. He's only still there for like 1 more month.
Oh, contracts up.
And then he's gonna pop over, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna pop over. You're gonna see Lewis Hamilton in red next year. I know they are horrible. They're not great right now, right? But when you see that logo of the Mercedes team, you associate it with the silver or the black, right? In F1
Yes.
sport, right? It's like you know.
You and I, we pick F1 teams that we don't like.
Yeah.
I hate Ferrari, but then I like that. We gotta admit, I gotta admit that the logo is sick.
All right. Okay. Okay. So JY, what is your final pick?
Okay, my final pick, I think very straightforward for me. I'm picking it to pay homage to my favorite NBA player. I'm picking the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors.
Golden State.
Golden State.
Oh, I love Stephen Curry, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. That logo is very iconic. Like the circle with the
bridge, right?
the bridge, right? Then the number at the top.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's like the moment you see that one and it's in that like gold and blue, right? You know it's Golden State.
She really, really loved the I don't know, the golden yellow jersey with the
Yeah.
color rim one. Oh, I love that jersey. Actually, I should have
Yo,
worn
do
that. Yeah.
you have the jersey or is it the t-shirt?
The jersey, the one that can see your armpit one.
Right. So it's good markets. All right. So Paul, to round off the draft, what is your final pick?
I'll pick a logo from the Italian football. Okay, and one of the most like iconic teams. The logo they has not changed since until now, right? It's the AC Milan logo.
Yeah.
Like you know their rivals, right? In recent times, they have been changing their logos.
Yeah.
But this AC Milan, right? They decided to stick to their roots, you know. So the iconic, like an oval shape, red and white and black logo, you know, the AC,
With 2 stars, I think.
Milan.
The one is I think at the top, but their logo is like the oval shape with the black and red stripes. Then got one like English style flag at the side.
So like when you see the logo, right? What is the first player you would think of?
Pirlo.
It's like Kaká, bro.
Kaká.
when he destroyed Man United, like it was like a nightmare for me. That time
He
when I
destroyed
watched,
Liverpool also, man.
yeah, red and black jersey, right? Then you know already, chalat. Seedorf also. All this coming after you.
I think right, like we talked about this before, right? Like with AC Milan, for the 2005 team not to win the Champions League was a crime against the world.
From the position that they were in.
From the position they were in, right? And the team and the players that they actually had, for them not to win, I was like, it was wrong. But I mean, it created one of the greatest moments in Liverpool and Champions League history.
Yes.
I always look back at the midfield. Gattuso, Kaká,
Seedorf.
Yeah, Seedorf. I'm like,
and Pirlo.
Kaká, Pirlo.
Yeah, Pirlo.
Is
Because he
Gattuso,
play,
Kaká,
Ancelotti
Pirlo.
play 4 midfielder. Yeah.
Correct.
So Gattuso, Pirlo, Seedorf, and then Kaká as the camp.
yeah.
How you not win?
Diamond, yeah.
They took
How
revenge
did they
2
not
years
win?
later lah. They took revenge 2 years later. The
Yeah lah.
2007
But
one.
that
Yeah,
again, how you not win?
At the expense of us. Right.
Yeah, but the AC Milan logo is, of course, iconic. All right, so with that, we conclude this jar. So now I'm going to recap all the picks. With me, for me, right, my picks are, of course, Manchester United, the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Dallas Cowboys, and then, of course, the AMG Patronas Mercedes F1 Formula 1 team, or F1 team. For Tin Yong is, of course, Liverpool, the Los Angeles Lakers, FC Barcelona, the New England Patriots, and, of course, the Golden State Warriors. For Paul is the Chicago Bulls, Scuderia Ferrari, Real Madrid. I don't know how to pronounce it, right? The German one. So I'm just going to put it German football.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put German football team logo. And then we're going to put the thing at the end, right? Then, of course, the last one, of course, is AC Milan. Now, moving on to the honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable mentions? I think let's just start with JY first.
Red Bull for F1, the Red Bull Racing.
Yes.
And who's this? Arsenal, the other red that we didn't.
Yeah,
mention.
the one with the cannon, right?
Yeah. The All Blacks, the rugby All Blacks. Actually, that
Yes,
was
New Zealand All Blacks, yeah.
New Zealand All Blacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Paul?
there's a reason why I didn't take Red Bull, right? It's like, okay, one is because it will always be compared with Ferrari and Mercedes.
Yes.
Yes, and also, just so happen I have a bull in my team, so I don't want 2 bulls,
3 actually. Red Bull has 2
Oh,
bulls
yeah,
in
3.
the logo.
Yeah, Red Bull has 2, yeah. My honorable mentions would be Juventus.
Okay.
Juventus logo is iconic.
Wait, the old one or the new one?
The old one.
old
Nobody will pick the new one. Bro.
The stupid
the
J.
old Juventus logo. Actually, the logos of Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal.
Okay.
The Rafael Nadal one is like that bull.
The bull.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
But
I think it's also quite iconic.
But I think that one hard because the thing is that if you don't watch tennis, you probably won't know. You won't know that logo.
It's like for us, right? We know already the logo.
Yeah.
That belongs to who? Even Novak Djokovic also. Yeah.
Correct.
Mm.
Djokovic. Right? Then any other honorable mentions?
Yeah. So actually, I had Roger Federer, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Germany, Brazil logo.
Mm.
Yeah, and England.
Okay.
The 3 lions.
Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 lions. I think for me, right, I think probably the ones was that I had Arsenal also. I also had the Boston Celtics and
Yes, Boston Celtics.
the I think the big one, right, was I was actually deciding whether I wanted to pick this or the F1 or Mercedes, right, was the Raiders logo.
Raiders?
The Oakland Raiders logo. Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
The one with the eye patch and then the Viking one. I think that logo is quite iconic. That logo is quite iconic.
Yeah.
That logo is quite iconic.
The Colo, you know that one? It's a picture of a red Indian.
Oh,
Like when you play FIFA, sure everyone use this logo. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think if I'm not mistaken, another one was definitely the England team logo, right, and then Argentina. I think that is pretty much it. So now, before we conclude this episode, right, if there was another team that you could vote for, which team would you vote for?
That.
Wow, he picked the menu logo
For the variety.
Yeah, I'll pick
not
other
for
teams
menu.
Okay, honestly, right, I will pick Paul's team because it has every other team's logo that I like. I think pretty much. JY, sorry, the Barcelona and Liverpool already a bit hard for me.
It's okay.
You get the Liverpool fans and the Barcelona fans too.
You get Liverpool and the fans and the Barcelona fans on your side. Okay, all right. So that is it for this week's SG Draft. All right, so that was it for our sports logos draft. If you enjoyed this episode, please continue to give us a like and subscribe, and of course a thumbs up for this particular episode. We have episodes coming out every Friday, and of course, if you're interested in football, we have the football kaki every Wednesday where we talk about different topics with me and Paul. And then, of course, if you are interested in trivial topics, we do have the Kopi Bros every Monday with Chin Yong and the rest of the Chit Chatter podcast gang. So now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to vote for which team, do head over to our Instagram stories to vote for your favorite team. Voting begins at 12 p.m. and on a Friday, and of course closes off on a Saturday at 12 p.m. So you only got that short window to vote. So please go and yes. So now we hope that you have had an interesting and fun time learning about the different sports logos. But remember,
Keep warm because it's a draft cup.
And because Red Bull gives you...
wait.